Operation Shrouded Horizon by Brooke Lundy. Dark code was one of the largest cyber threats at the time while remaining completely under the radar. So what did they do? How did they get away with it? And when did they get caught? Hackers and those who profit from stolen information use underground internet forums to evade law enforcement and target innocent people around the world, states Assistant Attorney General Caldwell. Dark code is an example of an advanced form of one of these forums. It was created in 2007 by a group of hackers from various countries around the world. Dark code was an underground, password-protected online meeting place. Through dark code, cyber criminals exchanged malware, botnets, and innocent people's personal information. Aside from personal information, the website also allowed other pieces of data that helped facilitate other cyber crimes all over the globe. Dark code was used in over 20 different countries in and outside of the EU. These nations were Australia, Republic of Srpska, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Israel, Latvia, former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, the Netherlands, Nigeria, Romania, Serbia, Sweden, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. The important dates throughout the operation were 2007 when dark code started operation. The first major tell-all article posted in July of 2015, and in 2019 some of the final charges were pressed. Since dark code is a website found on the dark web, similar websites are still being created to this day. Dark code was an excellent example of a cyber hornet's nest because the hackers believed they were impenetrable. In today's society, increased network usage provides an opportunity for criminals to threaten the public in a new, more advanced way. This is dangerous because of the physical distance a hacker has from the victim, making them difficult to detain. The website encouraged and assisted in the crimes listed below, such as stealing passwords and credit card numbers from infected machines, distribution of spam emails, hijacking victims' search results, infection of Microsoft Windows PC via a bot, in turn moving to MSN so it could be further distributed. FBI had extreme difficulties obtaining the perpetrators because the website itself was difficult to find. A Google search was not going to deliver dark code to your front door. In addition, the website was password protected, so even if you did find the website, you're not able to access the host's information without a password. The password was available only to members, so the only way to get in was through an invitation. The Hornet's Nest was a hangout for the notorious Lizard Squad, a hacking group that took credit for numerous DDoS attacks against Sony's PlayStation Network, among other high-profile networks. The criminals' playground was seen as a pertinent threat to many countries. Despite difficulties penetrating the website, dark code announced on their homepage that they had been seized by authorities. The FBI worked undercover for 2 years to infiltrate the website and finally were successful in July of 2015. The FBI discovered dark code as an emerging threat back in 2013. They in turn led the takedown known as Operation Shrouded Horizon using an unknown method that involved infiltration of their membership. The FBI worked with each of the 20 countries affected by this site. While only a fraction of dark code's members were arrested, the website contributed to the arrest of 28 members. The information provided also resulted in 37 house searches and numerous seizures of computers and other equipment. Operation Shrouded Horizon is reportedly the largest ever coordinated law enforcement effort directed at an online cyber criminal forum. The operation was led by the FBI's Pittsburgh field office, along with assistance from several other offices across the country. They never explicitly state how they managed to infiltrate the forum, but recognize that assistance was received across multiple nations. The FBI says in a statement that Operation Shrouded Horizon is a prime example of why the most effective way to combat cybercrime, which operates globally, is a law enforcement response that also transcends national borders. Hundreds of people have been involved in the creation and usage of dark code. When dark code was found, there were between 250 and 300 active members who all had working passwords to access the website and information. So far, only 12 people have been arrested and charged for the creation of dark code, most of which are the most highly sought after men in the hacker world. The major arrests are recorded in the following slides. We have Johann Anders Gudmunds. He was charged by the Western District of Pennsylvania. He was also known as Ecrime or Synthetic, and he was from Sollenbrunn, Sweden. He was accused of serving as administrator of dark code and creating and selling malware that allowed hackers to create botnets. He also operated his own botnet, which consisted of over 50,000 computers. He successfully used this botnet to steal data from users on approximately 200 million occasions. He was charged with indictment with conspiracy to commit computer fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Morgan C. Culbertson, also known as Android, was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and was accused of designing Dendroid, a coded malware intended to remotely access, control, and steal data from Google Android phones. He offered up this malware for sale on dark code and was charged by criminal information with conspiracy to send malicious code. Eric L. Crocker. Eric was also known as Fastman and was from Binghamton, New York. He was accused of being involved in a scheme involving the use of Facebook Spreader. It infected Facebook users' computers, turning them into bots, which Crocker then controlled through the use of command and control servers. Crocker sold the use of this botnet on dark code for the purpose of sending out spam. Charged by criminal information with sending spam. Naveed Ahmed, Philip R. Fleitz, and Dwayne Watts, also known as Nav, Strife, and Metal, were from Tampa, Florida, Indianapolis, and Hernando, Florida. Accused of participating in sophisticated scheme to maintain a spam botnet that utilized bulletproof servers in China to exploit vulnerable routers in third world countries. They sent millions of electronic mail messages to defeat spam filters in cellular phone providers. These three were also charged by criminal information with conspiracy to send spam. Mirzaza Zafuddin, also known as Razor, was from Karachi, Sindh, Pakistan. He was accused of attempting to transfer credit card numbers to others on dark code and was charged with indictment with identity theft. In the Eastern District of Wisconsin, Daniel Plessett was charged with conspiracy to commit computer fraud. He was also known as No-Sin, Loki, Juggernaut, and Mirror. He was from Glendale, Wisconsin, and was accused of creating dark code and selling malware on dark code designed to intercept and collect email addresses and passwords from the network communications. The District of Columbia charged Matjaz Skorjank, Florencio Caro Ruiz, and Mentor Liniki, also known as Surdo, Netk, and Iceman, from Maribor, Slovenia, Vizcaya, Spain, and Gorisnica, Slovenia. Skorjank alone was accused of conspiring to organize the dark code forum and sell malware known as the Butterfly Bot. These three were also charged by criminal complaint with conspiracy to commit wire and bank fraud, conspiracy to commit computer fraud, access device fraud, and extortion, substantive computer fraud, and racketeering conspiracy. In the Western District of Louisiana, Rory Stephen Guidry, also known as k@exploit.im, from Opelousas, Louisiana, was accused of selling botnets on Darkcode. He ended up being charged with computer fraud. The criminals were prosecuted in several different countries, but primarily in the United States throughout several districts. As noted on the previous slides, these districts were Western District of Pennsylvania, the Eastern District of Wisconsin, the District of Columbia, and the Western District of Louisiana. The major prosecutors were Assistant Attorney General Leslie R. Caldwell of the Justice Department's Criminal Division of Western Pennsylvania, U.S. Attorney David J. Hickton of the Western District of Pennsylvania, and Deputy Director Mark F. Giuliano of the FBI. The destruction of Darkcode did not eliminate cyber threats completely. If anything, it has made criminals more cautious when participating in these activities. This may have been a big victory for the FBI, but it was seen over time as generally ineffective. Following the fall, many new websites similar to Darkcode have appeared all across the World Wide Web. Similar to drug dealing, when a dealer is convicted and taken off the streets, a new dealer simply moves in and takes his place. So disruption of the supply chain will raise the cost of launching these attacks. So how do you disrupt the supply chain? Darkcode was in a sense the main supplier of the illicit information distributed across the world. It was vital for the FBI to not only make arrests, but also destroy the website. Continuing to monitor websites like this will reduce the amount of dangerous information shared amongst these criminals. Despite the underwhelming reaction many had towards the dismantling of Darkcode, Assistant Attorney General Caldwell reminds citizens that this operation is a great example of what international law enforcement can accomplish when we work closely together to neutralize a global cybercrime marketplace. Deputy Director Giuliano adds that this is a milestone in our efforts to shut down criminals' ability to buy, sell, and trade malware, botnets, and personally identifiable information used to steal from U.S. citizens and individuals around the world. Cyber criminals should not have a safe haven to shop for the tools of their trade, and Operation Shrouded Horizon shows we will do all we can to disrupt their unlawful activities. Immediately following the FBI's dismantling of Darkcode, many similar sites began to emerge that were allegedly more secure. In a web search of Darkcode Reborn, a computer user is provided with multiple URLs claiming to navigate them to a new Darkcode. I did not look much further into these links, but I did notice many claimed it had been developed in March of 2020. Upon further investigation, it is observed to be a black market website in which users can buy and sell anything, including illegal substances. I'm not sure if there is an ongoing investigation of this site, but Darko has certainly made a name for itself. The following statement is from a user describing the intentions of the Darkcode Reborn website. Darkcode Reborn, also known as Darkcode, is a darknet marketplace that has just launched in March of 2020. The developers claim that they have launched a fully omniversal market. This means that all the functionality ever required by any user is already built into the market. Darkcode Market has a huge category list. As a result, almost anything can be sold on the market, from drugs to digital and physical goods. I do not expect cybercrime to disappear in my lifetime. New threats are created and distributed every day, and the sheer number of scams in the works make it impossible to track down each and every perpetrator. I do, however, expect over the next several years for the FBI to more easily infiltrate these forums, perhaps employing hackers who can readily access these sites. Nevertheless, each new threat observed reinforced a need for basic security and scrutiny with emails and suspicious links. And here are my citations.